Hello everyone, Krydax here, and welcome back to Freight Forwarding. We've got our optimization tech running, and soon we will have matter tech running, which is some big steps for mankind, engineer kind. One small step for engineer, one large step for engineer kind. And we're gonna have to clear off some biters down here for increased lava pooling. Let's focus on that. That means we will need the army. I don't remember where we left them. Down here? Yeah. I think, since it's a pretty small army, I think I'm going to pad out their numbers a little bit. We'll get them refilled with rockets and carry on from there. Yeah, I don't mind that, Dos Gringos. I mean, you can, Google that sort of thing easily enough. There's a wide range, but for at least some form of decent quality, the cheapest you're ever going to get is $50. And it can go up to 200 or 300 depending on what kind of person you're paying and what kind of stuff you're paying for. But mine are more in the 50 to 100 range per video. Which is fair, it's like I'm paying someone for, at minimum, probably 2 or 3 hours of their time. So it's actually not, like, that's actually quite cheap. Like, if I was a professional video editor, I wouldn't work for less than 25 bucks an hour. I wouldn't want to, at least. So, it feels fair. But, yeah, it does end up adding up to a lot. Alright, so I'm gonna add 4 more. We'll wait until they get here to copy their settings. Here they are. Okay, I could add some more red ones, which would be rocket-filled ones, or some more lasery ones as green ones. Let's try a slightly modified green one that has less oh, you can see what I'm saying. I can't do words today, apparently. More lasers, less power, but some battery. And we'll try that out and see what happens. And we'll even switch one out. So we'll go real offensive on this one. And we'll change the color so we know what we're dealing with to blue. Mr. Krydax, no do words good anymore. Okay, you get power, copy you get power, you get power. They will drain very fast, but it'll be enough to kill the initial wave of biters and worms that they run into. And then in between bases, they'll charge back up a bit. That's the idea. I've had people in the YouTube comments giving me all sorts of very particular suggestions about exactly how many batteries versus lasers I should have. So, I figure I'll make a couple people happy by trying this out. And then we need to set all of those to follow Gold Leader. So you follow you. Shift right click, left, control left click, shift right, left, control left, shift right, left, control left, shift right. And that's 4 more laser platforms. Should do some good work. I could do more rockets, but do I really need to do more rockets? Nah. I think we're good. Okay, so gold team, go down to the combat area. Oh no! Come back. You're missing one. There we go. I mean, they're fast, but that is a long distance to travel. Okay, and while they're doing that, we can set up matter tech. Probably just set it up over here. So we need quantum computers for both things here, which is kind of annoying. So that means... I have no idea what that means. Let's actually look at numbers here. So if we want, let's say 5, and we go full hog on speed, we need 2 of them, and for these we need... Amount affecting 1 is 1 beacon. Okay, so I only need 2 and 2. That's not bad. Yes, going fast is necessary. The problem is, sometimes when they go in straight lines, they end up getting hit by the acid, and then they slow down a lot, and that can be a problem. I think I'm just going to use these. Surely that's more than enough. Yeah, I'm going to use the same ones there. And then I need all sorts of random things. We need lithium, crystals, plastic, rare metals, and blue circuits. So blue circuits are here. Let's see, we'll do it this way. Blue circuits and rare metals. Do this. The problem, though, is they hit the spot with acid, and then the later... I guess if I had them all in one clump, it wouldn't be an issue, but since I have, like, the trailing planes, I think that can sometimes cause issues. Okay, let's do some killing. Oh boy, here I go killing again. Oh yeah, that does a good job of just melting things pretty well with all those lasers. That does a pretty good job. Alright, let's acquire some more lava pools. Hey, E7. We are killifying some biters here. Wow, this is a big base over here. Another rocket silo hole if we need it. Just for curiosity's sake. Yeah, their batteries are totally drained. But that's not surprising. Just do some flybys here, let the rockets soften up some targets. Yeah, having a few more rocket launchers maybe would have been good. The other problem is they're targeting the biters instead of the bases, which sometimes makes things worse. Uh-oh. You were getting bogged down. No! Get out of there, folks. Uh-oh. Didn't lose any. Wow, there's some big bases here. This is one of those times where I might just play defense rather than killing all the biters. But, you know, what? Come on. No, come on. Kill all the biters. Kill all biters. I have more planes. They have infinite laser ammo, so if I had 300 more laser planes, everything would die instantly. So the answer is more. More, until I have enough. Okay, let's work on that. Oh, we're still not done. What else did I need? I needed lithium. That's right. Lithium, I have a bunch of it, but where's it going? It stops right here. Okay. So we'll ship in the lithium. And then... we'll also ship in... What else did I need for that? Oh, the crystals. I guess I didn't need to do it this way. We have close inserters. Right. We are making matter tech cards in about 10 seconds once this research is done. And then... Did I need one more thing? Yeah, blue... No, wait, I did this wrong. We need plastic instead of blue circuits. Let's see. Plastic instead of blue circuits. So we need to do this. And I kind of screwed this up then, because it should be the rare metals that join up with the plastic. Make this belt. And then this should just be the blues. And that will go here. $20X isn't as bad as it sounds, because when you do a normal playthrough, far more than half of your costs are going towards infrastructure rather than research. So like when research gets more expensive, it's not as bad as it sounds. I mean, yeah, it's definitely harder, but it's not as much harder as it initially seems. Because really what it adds is time. And if you're setting things up properly in the first place, you don't feel the effect of it quite as much. So like if you build everything twice as big, it's not twice as hard, and then you end up with enough for your increased science cost. Also, welcome Raiders, Cyclomactic, thank you so much for the raid. What have you guys been up to over on your channel? Shout out for Cyclomactic. You've been playing Factorio, clearly. Alright, why are you not running? I thought I did everything. Wait, these... Oh, I set it up backwards. No, I just didn't set this up for the right thing. There we go. There we go. There's the matter research data. And matter tech cards. Woohoo! 93 hours. Just booming. Booming and zooming. You're building mega factories. Oh, that's Apopenia. You're doing Nullius. Awesome. How are you liking Nullius so far, Cyclomactic? I love Nullius. I haven't played it in a while. Like, it's been updated quite a few times since I played it, but I really loved my first playthrough. Having fun with pipes. Are you using advanced fluid handling or just regular pipes? There is plenty to pipe on about. Oh, just regular pipes? Man, that's hard. I felt that the advanced fluid handling pipes were very I mean, necessary is not the right word, but I wouldn't want to do nullius without them again, because they help so much being able to reduce the pipe spaghetti. Okay, so now I just need to get these tech cards down to the... Are there 3 tiers of research or just the 2? Oh, I do need singularity labs, don't I? I think the advanced labs have hit their cap, right? Yeah, dang it. Okay, so I need singularity labs now. So I'll get those crafted. Those need all sorts of junk that I'm not even gonna count. And they're pretty slow. And yeah, 10 megawatts each. So this is gonna be where a bit of challenge pops in. They stack to 25, so I think 1 stack for now is fine. I have not seen Dash's new video. I need to check it out. I saw that he made one, but I haven't watched it yet. Does he use the Vils recipe randomizer like I did for that one space, what was it, space block start? Okay, and my planes are back, so we're gonna do some killing, or biter killing, but I need to run down there and do that myself to add to the fleet. Wait, the property randomizer? I've never heard of such a thing. The miner output was offset by 10 blocks. Oh my god, that's horrible. Oh jeez. Okay, we'll add 4 more to start. See if we can fit more than that. And we're gonna copy more of the green ones, because I think they can sustain more laser output. Fill them up with fuel. Okay, fill you up with fuel. Changes all machine properties. Oh my gosh. That sounds very painful. That sounds exactly like Dosh to me. Exactly the kind of thing he would like to do. Okay, so we need to set all of you to follow Gold Leader. Okay, there's 4 more. Surely we're reaching critical mass soon. I'll throw 2 more down because I've got them, but surely we are gonna be really wrecking the biters now with 6 more of these. Who knows what I'm costing my factory in terms of resources by making all these. Whatever. We don't have to care. That's why we have the factory. Okay, so now Gold Leader's followed by what seems to be about 1 million aircraft. Wonderful. I wonder how many there actually are. Can I, like, count them somehow? I don't know how to count them. Down to the lava pool island. Oh yeah, cyclomactic. These things are awesome. Especially when you get the Factorio equipment that's more powerful than the vanilla equipment loaded into them. Chef's kiss. I should have added more rocket launcher ones, but whatever. Do I even have rockets? Oh yeah, we got rockets. And we have 12,000 rockets. Okay. Sad about the lab situation. The new ones are going to be fed purely by bots, so let's make sure all of these are providers. Where are the greens? Wait, colorless, red, green, that. Blue, military. The other two colors are already in requesters, so I think we're okay. New labs don't need old sciences. Thank God, you're right. Okay, good point. Only purple and yellow. Yeah. Okay. Alright, the planes have almost arrived. Get to killing. Alright, this should be some serious biter melting. Oh yeah. Just the path. Rectangle of destruction. Nothing lives. Glorious. It still surprisingly isn't as much killing as I thought it would be, but it's far better than it was before. Uh-oh. The ones in the back are getting real slowed down. You're near to finishing Vanilla, Factorio, and can't install mods. Death World or Research Modifier? I think that very much depends on what type of gameplay you like. If you like combat, then Death World would be a fun challenge. If you're a bigger fan of just automating large amounts of resources, then I'd go for the Science Multiplier. This is just fun. It's kind of cathartic to just click around and watch things melt. But believe it or not, I need more. I need more lasers. More lasers! Gosh, these are... Oh, look, more lava pools. It's just an absurd amount of biters. I'm gonna say we need at least 10 more lasers. And I'm gonna throw some more rockets in there. So, we're gonna keep building up the fleet while we work towards, these new Immersium researches. Oh yeah, Cyclomactic. It was perfect timing, because we needed to work on killing those guys anyway. Is 5x too low? I think 5x is a bit too low to start. Yeah, I would say for vanilla, because vanilla researches are relatively cheap, as is. So I would say start with 20 or more, if it's your first. Like, if you've beaten vanilla, I think a 20 times research multiplier won't feel too crazy. Like, you'll feel it, but it won't feel like, oh my god, this is literally impossible. So I think 20 is a good starting spot. But if you really want to, if you know you want to go big and you're going to need a sort of more mega base feel, even from the beginning, you could even do 100 or 150 or 200. Some people do 1,000, which is a big deal, but still doable. It just takes a long time for every science. Okay, so we need the purple and the yellow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have these belts kind of... how do I want to do this? Wait, where's the yellow? Oh, the yellow's on here. I don't know if they're going to do that properly. So, yeah, we want to balance those. And then... switch those. Be right side, that'll be right side. Okay. They don't really need to be balanced, but Feels nice. Okay, so we'll do the research over here. Let's make sure we've got coverage of robos. Yeah, that's another thought, Dave. The problem with that, Dave, is depending on the type of player, they may not be motivated by sandbox goals, which is what you're getting at. And they might, like a research multiplier is a forced goal rather than a sandbox goal. And so for someone like me, actually, a research multiplier is a more effective goal than setting my own late game goal is just a little too wishy-washy and hard to feel motivation for. So I think a little bit of that depends on who is doing the playing. Okay, so we need these big research servers, which I've never placed yet. So we need to actually go grab one. Yeah, Cyclomactic, thank you so much for the raid. Everybody go check out Cyclomactic playing Nullius next time he streams. Go give him a follow. Alright, I have 13. That should be enough to get started. And they are large. And they require 10 megawatts. So we probably will need a fusion power plant. Because 10 of these is a... Yeah, well, we won't need one quite yet, but if I end up with like 60 of these, I might need a reactor. Start with 12. You did do a typo, and it auto-moderated it, so you might want to try again. Alright, so that will be those two, which don't need to be imported by bots. And then, does a beacon hit 3? No, beacons only hit 2 at a time. I mean, 4 at a time, obviously. Mark II beacons. You know, we are close. I guess I could now that we have optimization. 15 module slots. Is that worth it? It might be worth it just for science. But then that means more Titan steel needed. Interesting. We'll think about it. So what else do I need? I need to import the optimization. And then I need to import the matter. Now, sometimes people ask me, why put it on belts at all? Why not just have a different requester chest for every building? And to them I say, yes, that is a very good point. But this does look way cooler. It's also easier to see at a glance whether I have enough or not when you do it this way. But yeah, it's probably not the most efficient way to do it. Yeah, just all the science on belts just looks good. It's hard to pass up at all. All right, we got 4 in our singularity labs. Oh, and these get 40%. So that's even better than I thought. So we won't need as many matter tech cards as I thought. We had initially said 32,000 or whatever, this number. But then that's going to be divided by 1.4. So I'm only going to need 22,500 Titan steel at the end of the day to win. So maybe, well, I need to do these two first. So let's start with that. And we need speed. And let me think about how terribly slow is this and how many more do I need. So this is 5.67 research speed times 12. 5.67 times 12. So I get a research speed of 68, and I need a total time of 30 times 7,000. So 30 times 7,000 divided by 68.04, and we get, this is going to take me an hour. It's not quite fast enough. Let's double that. I'll get those placed, get some more reports. I'm just going to let the bots do the hard work here. After carefully thinking about it, which is equivalent to 30 seconds, you're gonna do the mega base. That's a good idea. Yeah. I think mega bases are pretty great. Okay. Oh, and then we need some power. That should do it. Base is gonna brown out. Yeah, we've definitely reached that point. So it's time for some fusion. Oh, and more combat aircraft. But first fusion. Where are you? You're up here somewhere. Alright, so what did we need? I forgot all the numbers. It's 20 to 1. That's it. It's that easy. Okay. It is that easy. Oh, we've already got nuclear power. This is fusion. Which I guess is still nuclear, but not quite as often what people mean when they say nuclear. And I'll put it, I don't know, over here, next to this little lake. Feels cool. And then I'll need one of these. And one of these. There we go. Now, unlike last time, we are not going to have as much trouble spinning them up, because I can just hook it up to the main network for a minute. And that should properly get everything going. A normal pipe? Oh, I guess I did do that. Weird. I like, didn't even... That was complete autopilot. I didn't even know what I was doing when I did that, apparently. Okay, that's good. We need to import and active export. Roboport. Request. 50. Doesn't get easier than that. So much easier than nuclear power. All right, E7, enjoy, enjoy. And we have liftoff. Beautiful. And there we go. We have enough power. It is official. Fusion does have spent cells. Yeah, it's these empty DT fuel cells. But they just get refilled. So they just cycle back through. You don't have to like process them or anything. Crush them. Yeah, that would be on brand. That would definitely be on brand. Okay, so that's enough power. For now, at least. I can always add more if I need to. We're still missing one of those guys. I assume it's being built. Yeah. It's similar, but even more simple. Because you don't have to reprocess the fuel cells. You don't have to deal with the heat mechanic. It's basically just a crafting building. It just crafts power. It just crafts steam, and then you just connect the turbines. So it's very easy to set up. And the other one's even easier, the antimatter power in Factorio. This thing. You literally just have it, and you just put the fuel in it, and it works. You don't have steam or anything. But it's kind of expensive to do. So that's a very late game thing. Yeah, the annoying thing about nuclear is that the reactors will use up their fuel constantly, regardless of whether they're at their maximum heat or not. So essentially, heat that is generated when they're already at their maximum is just wasted. So you end up wasting nuclear fuel if you don't have some sort of circuit system, and even if you do have a circuit system, it usually still wastes a little bit unless you have enough steam storage to fully store the amount of however many fuel cells you put in at once. It's kind of annoying. Fusion, you don't have to worry about any of that. So that's pretty great. Now let's work on our Air Force, do some more biter killing, and then we will probably call it a YouTube episode at that point, but I will keep streaming as well. Okay, so 4 more years. Mr. Biter for president. Okay. Green. I have no idea if my DT fuel supplies are going to be able to handle all this. Yeah, Titus, that was a pretty accurate assessment. More boom. Although, this is more zap, I guess, rather than more boom. Missing equipment. There we go. I do need more boom as well as more zap. These are all going to be zap, and then we'll do some more booms. So, boom is overrated, and I'll tell you why. I mean, Maybe it's properly rated, I don't know. But it's, at the end of all things, it's actually better to have more lasers, because lasers are instant, and there's no delay. And so laser, the moment it's in range, it's dead. If you have enough laser, everything is dead the moment it gets in range. Whereas rockets have the delay, which is enough delay for things to shoot at your, what am I doing? There we go. Enough time for worms and biters and other stuff to attack your planes, which you don't want. But yeah, it's cool as hell, so we're gonna keep at least those 4, and maybe a few more. I would like you all to not be on top of the gold one, but that might not be possible. Okay, there we go. You follow you, you follow you. Okay, well, there's 6 more. That's good. Do we need more rockets? No, we need more lasers, to be honest. Actually, tank crafting, that's like slowing down this whole process, weirdly enough. Sorry, heavy armored vehicle crafting. I misspoke. That's not a tank. Someone in the comments is gonna laugh. Oh, I'm like, why is it not moving? It's because it doesn't have fuel. There it is. Okay. I mean, 7 more feels like enough added firepower, but I did say 10. So, we'll wait for 10. There's 8. And we finished hooking up the titanium down here, right? Like, I don't have to do anything more? Yeah. Okay. Just wanted to make sure, because there's a possibility we have titanium issues. I haven't been checking up on this very regularly. I forget, were we at 8 or 9? I think that's 9. The new one's 9. We still need 1 more. Uno más. 10 more lasers, well, 10 more planes means 40 more lasers that fire when they come into range. And that's pretty dope. And it also means a lot more stored energy in terms of like the first wave of lasers before we run out of stored energy is going to be a lot higher, which means we can delete a lot more HP worth of biters in that first wave. And eventually you reach a point where there's like not an amount of biters that could exist that would be enough. I don't think we've reached that point yet, but that point does exist. If I had, 1,000 of these combat aircraft, I think I could wade through an infinite map of this density, because they would just have enough energy to delete everything. Within their range, that is. I think that's the gold one, I hope. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna call this enough. We're gonna fly those down to the combat zone. And make sure everybody's following. Looks good. They're gonna do some killing. Yeah, the boat, the ironclad is a little sad. Its range is just way too small. I mean, it needs to be like 100, at least. And yeah, I mean, maybe the tier 1 could be a little wimpy. I think it should fire a lot faster, the one with small range. I don't even remember where I left it. Is it this guy? No, that's a regular boat. Where's the ironclad? I had one once upon a time. Did it die? It might have died. No, there it is. Yeah, it's only got a range of like 30 or whatever. The first one should maybe only have a little bit of a range, but it should still fire really fast, so you can like kill the heck out of biters close to the shore, and then there should be one later that's like, it could cover, you know, if you put it in this bay, it could cover like half the island. And it's got like 6 artillery turrets on it, a bunch of lasers, you know, just something. I'm thinking like something from Total Annihilation. Like the boats, the high tier boats in Total Annihilation were so cool. And for those of you, I think I even mentioned this a few episodes ago, but Beyond All Reason is a game that exists right now. It's free. It is basically a copy of Total Annihilation, but better in every way. And so go play Beyond All Reason if you like RTS games and you liked Total Annihilation when you were younger. Anyway, I think it would be cool if we had more... Like, honestly, I think Factorio combat lends itself better to the Beyond All Reason style of things than, like, a Warcraft or StarCraft or Age of Empires style of things. Or even Command & Conquer, I think, is in that category that it doesn't fit. Like, people have done, like, Command & Conquer in Factorio, but I don't think that's actually a great fit. I think a better fit is, like, Total Annihilation in Factorio. Just because of both the scale of things and how the combat works and artillery and, I don't know, the style, I think fits better. Alright, are those actual biters or just dots that exist for some reason? Here's an expansion that we shall delete instantly. I did see Industrial Annihilation. I am not sure what to think about it. I'm kind of skeptical, to be honest. I didn't love... Oh yeah, that's a good amount of laserage. I didn't love Planetary Annihilation, so I'm not 1,000,000% sure that I'm gonna love Industrial Annihilation, even though it's more factory focused. So I will definitely be interested in like trying it out. But I'm skeptical that it'll be great. I think Beyond All Reason is the perfect successor. Like, it literally has everything you want. That one of the coolest mechanics ever. Okay, I have to nerd out about this. I know that I'm technically playing Factorio, but it's my channel. I can talk about what I want to talk about. And I want to talk about Beyond All Reason. So in RTS games, there's an issue that's existed since the beginning. I mean, I've played pretty much every RTS that existed back in the day. All the way back to, like, you know, Dune 2000, and okay, I haven't played every RTS. That's an exaggeration, but I've played a lot of them. And I've played a lot of the old ones, and I've played a lot of the newer ones. Newer ones mostly suck, or they're kind of a different genre. So all that to say, the issue that's existed from the beginning is you select, and I can't even drag a box. Here, I'll emulate dragging a selection box. So you select your units, you select them, you order them to go over here, and what happens? They all move in a clump, and they all move in a clump to that one spot. Now, some games thought to themselves, hey, let's do this better. Let's make it so that when units move to a location, they arrange into a formation of, like, you know, you can put them all in a line, or you can even select different formations, like in Age of Empires, where they'll all be in a box, or they'll all be in a rectangle, or they'll be in an arrow formation. Okay, all of that's great. Small improvements upon the thing. You know, then they came up with attack move, the idea that units won't just walk stupidly into their death, but they'll actually attack things on the way. You know, all sorts of great things that they added. But the thing that Beyond All Reason added that is such a game changer is what... How do I even describe this using Factorio? What you can do is you can select your group of units and tell them to move, and you hold shift and you click and drag. And what it does, I'll use tape line. Like, if I click and drag, and while I'm selecting, I select these units and then I do this. What happens is it will distribute the units evenly along that line with a move order. And so if I only have 2 units, one will move here and one will move here, which is amazing for scouting, first of all. And then you can even shift queue up those orders. So I can have a line move to here and then a line move to here, and they'll move as like a line, but they're a spread out line. And they're spread out evenly along the line that you create. What's even crazier is you can draw a wavy line, and it like spreads them out along that wavy line. So if there's like a mountain, you know, that's like weirdly shaped. So you've got a mountain that's kind of shaped like this. Imagine that, you know, this is the cliff like that, and you want to position like your artillery tanks along that, then you literally just click and drag like this, let go, and then all your units will spread out in that curve. And it is just the most satisfying thing on the planet. I can't... If you play RTSs, you gotta try Beyond All Reason. And then the other thing is you can do that as an attack move, or a patrol, or a move order. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And yeah, I mean, it's OP in the sense that, like, yeah, you don't have to micro every unit, but that's the whole point of Beyond All Reason, is you don't have to micro every unit. You can even set those orders from your factory to, like, go on a certain patrol route, and then you just set it to infinite production, and you can set it to produce 2 of the little guy, and then 1 of your artillery tank, and then 1 of the anti-air, and then you can just, like, you're essentially automating your RTS gameplay, and you don't feel like you have to be a StarCraft 2, like, 300 APM micro player to actually play Beyond All Reason. That's what makes it such a fun game for me, and since I'm talking to Factorio players, I think a lot of you will actually agree with me. So that's why I recommend Beyond All Reason so heavily, is I think it caters to the type of gameplay that we like as Factorio players. All that to say, I've never played Steel Division or War No. I don't know if that's more of a war game RTS. I haven't played as many war game ones. I think they're cool, but sometimes I struggle to get into them. And I also haven't played as many, oh, what's it called? It's the one with, like, it's more about squads of soldiers and less about, like, base building and such. And I'm not as much into those types of RTSs either. I'm more of like a classic RTS type guy, like StarCraft, Warcraft, Command & Conquer, Age of Empires. Yeah, Call to Arms. Yeah, I didn't love Call to Arms. It was fine, but it wasn't like my type of game as much. Yeah, and I don't love multiplayer RTS game. Like, I couldn't play StarCraft 2 multiplayer. It stressed me out way too much. It felt like playing Dota 2, and it made me very sweaty. Exactly. But Beyond All Reason, there are 8 player times 8 versus 8 multiplayer lobbies. You can get in real quick, and you don't feel stressed. Like, there's a lot of beginner-friendly lobbies. And I don't know, losing is still fun in Beyond All Reason for me, whereas losing is not that fun in, like, StarCraft or whatever, so I don't know. There's my rant. 1v1 still feels a little stressful because, you know, like, if you don't do as well as your opponent, you will lose. But even then, just the gameplay of Beyond All Reason feels so much more satisfying. I think it's pretty great. And they are working on adding more co-op versus AI, and even single player versus AI options. There's not really a campaign yet. It's on their to-do list eventually, so that's even better. There's sort of a campaign in the sense that there's like 30 training levels that get harder and harder that are single player. So there's still plenty of challenges to play as a single player RTS fan as well. But I would also suggest the 8x8s. There's enough players that you don't feel stressed out that, like, all the pressure's on you to win. So it feels pretty chill to just try to mass units and have fun and such. Okay, well, this Army of Planes seems to be doing a much better job than the last one. And I think it's time to start establishing our lava pool. Where's my plane? And we'll work on that Titan Steel, and then we'll probably call it an episode after that. Yeah, turn-based games are great, but they fit a very different itch, for sure. I think I left it up here, yeah. Is Steel Division a war game type RTS? Gringos? I don't. I feel like I've seen... Can I switch quickly to human with shift enter? Probably. What? I blame you for this, Waskowy. This is all your fault. I need the fleet to come save me now. Wait, do it again. Wait, what the heck? Okay, that what? You just put it in your pocket? Is that what's going on? I have no idea what mechanic I just summoned from the pit of hell. I thought it died, but apparently I just put the plane in my pocket with Shift Enter. Pocket dimensions. Okay, it's Spidertron enhancements. Clearly I did not know everything that mod did. That's cool. So that way, I now understand what you were saying earlier. I think I didn't fully comprehend what you were getting at. Okay, so we're gonna need one of these. Oh, I didn't bring the fusion setup. Fusion's annoying to spin up though. Maybe I should just do nuclear, because I don't need that much power. Ooh. 10,000 matter cards. Oh, you know what I didn't do? What I didn't do is set my rocket launches to automatic. So we've got another one. Wait here. Let's fix that. And then clean up creep. Yeah, my inventory's full. I wish my bots would put something into storage, even if I didn't have a RoboPort. Will that be good enough? No, these have to be logistics bots in here, which I don't have. Oh well. Just like that, I forgot the key. Yeah, it's gonna take a while for that to be muscle memory. There we go. Just throw it in my pocket. That feels so wrong. Okay, we need nuclear. And then we need to set up 2 belts, titanium, steel, and cobalt. Let me just remind myself what the heck we do with these lava pools. Okay, we crush the slag. I'm not gonna containerize anything. Okay, pretty easy. So I just have 2 belts that are gonna go by each one. Gonna have something like that. And I'll just keep it all simple like this. So we'll do 3 belts. And then I can just play connect the belts. Okay, that's all of them. Is this the most efficient way to do it? Yes, yes, I believe it is. Definitely gonna run out of belts too. Jeez. Maybe I should use logistics bots rather than 5,000 belts. I wonder how much iron I'm spending on these green belts. No, the throughput doesn't need green, but I don't have a less than green on my... I have a few blues, but that's it. So, here we are. It's fine. We just need to make sure our factory understands its place and keeps producing iron. We can't let it get lazy. Can't let it get lazy on us. Actually need a squiggle here. Uh-oh. I turn one square earlier. Well, I guess this one can be done. Never mind. Okay. Put this next to that one. the doodad that says if Titan steel is less than, what's the stack size? 15? So if it's less than 75 times 2, 150. And then this one will load in the airplanes. Airplane, cargo drone. What are you called? Long range delivery drone. You do that if drone is less than 1. I think they would only stack to 1 anyway. And then you have 3 filters. Here. Yes, I have seen all the FFF posts. I follow them religiously. Usually the first thing I do on Friday morning, wake up, see what's posted about Factorio. It's pretty great. Cobalt, titanium. What was the third one? No memory. Cobalt, titanium, and just steel. Okay. All right, now this has 69 nice storage slots, so we're gonna request 10 of each, 15 of each, probably 15 of each. That's 45. Then we get drones and nuclear fuel. Okay, so for drones, we'll do 10, takes me to 55. Steel stacks to 50, so we'll do 15 of each. 750. Wait, you haven't seen the post yet? What do you mean? It's on the internet. I'm confused. And then we need cobalt. 750. And we need titanium. 750. This should probably be on one side of the belt, rather than both. Okay, and then we'll need power, which I haven't dealt with yet, but we will. It all looks pretty good. We need a lot more solar than that if we actually wanted to power things. I need nuclear. But I think that's all hunky-dory, right? I think so. Look, I remembered the hotkey. Okay, actually I should probably end the episode here. We're at over an hour, and I still have lots to do. So, we'll set up the nuclear part of this in the next episode, but for now, we will call it a YouTube episode. So, as always, for those of you on YouTube, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below about, I don't know, everything. Life, existence, Factorio, and I will see you in the next episode.